Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for those of you who are new here, my name's Amy. I'm a full-time reseller, primarily on the Poshmark app, but I also dabble a little bit in Facebook Marketplace and some other websites. So today I'll be doing a ship with me video. I have really enjoyed doing these types of videos and they seem to be helping people out. I've gotten lots of comments about people saying that they're starting to pick up belts and jewelry because of the items that I've shown in these videos. So if you're enjoying my videos, I would so appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button, click the like button on this video, and comment down below maybe what your favorite piece is or what you've learned from my videos. I have really appreciated all the kind comments that people have been leaving. It really is encouraging to me and motivates me to keep going. So let's get started. The first item is this interesting and unique, I think this might be vintage, but I'm not certain. It is an Indian kurta. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And it's kind of like a tunic dress. And to be honest, this could have been men's or women's, I believe. But it has some embroidered details, and I just really liked the bright colors. I picked this up at the bins. And as you've seen in my other videos, I like to pick up unique and maybe one-of-a-kind type items. I just think it's fun to have something different in your closet than everyone else does. So this did not have a size mark or a brand tag. So when something is not sized, I will take measurements. If it's within my size range, I'll try it on to try and get an idea of the fit. And then I include as many measurements as possible in the description, and I will list it in multiple sizes. So I thought this seemed like it was in between a size medium and large. So I listed it in both sizes so that if people had their sizing set to medium or large on Poshmark, this will show up in the search results for both. And then in the description, like I said, I put as many measurements as possible, and then I only have one tunic available, but I'm estimating the size between size medium and large, so I'm listing it in both sizes for exposure. Most of the time people read the description and get that I only have the one item available and they just need to pick either or, but sometimes I'll get additional questions, and that's fine. I just answer them. The one bad thing about doing this is that there has been a couple of times that I've forgotten to delete the other sizes, and the item will continue to be listed even though I've sold one size. But you know, I just try and remember to check, you know, keep an eye on my listings, and I've never sold one twice, so fingers crossed it doesn't happen. But I originally had this listed for $45, I believe. I looked at some comps, and this is kind of a unique piece, so I wasn't sure. And I had sent out a couple of offers to likers, including 20% off with discounted shipping, and the buyer counter offered me $30. I had paid just $1.65 for it at the Goodwill bins, so I went ahead and decided to accept that. So that made my net profit $22. Not huge, but I hadn't had it listed a really long time, and so I decided that I was just happy with that and I was gonna go ahead and take it. The next item is this vintage tiger's eye ring, and it has really pretty daffodil metal work on the sides. And I had really hoped to get more for this, but I'd had it listed for quite some time with not really much interest in it. And I'd sent out multiple offers to likers from 10 to 30% off. And so a buyer counter offered me $32. I think I originally had this listed for $59. And I waited just a little while. Well, actually I waited about 8 hours to accept the offer because you know, Poshmark now sends out notifications to other likers that there's been an offer made. So sometimes if an offer isn't quite as high as I'd like for an item, I'll wait a little bit to see if that offer will prompt anyone else to make an offer. In this case, it didn't, so I just decided to go ahead and accept the $32 because I had it listed for quite some time. And it was kind of a small size for such a large style of ring, if you know what I'm saying. So I had paid $5 for this at an estate sale. And like I said, it sold for $32, so that made my net profit $20.60. This weekend really was not very great for me. I shipped at about 3 o'clock on Saturday. So these are sales from the rest of the day Saturday and all day Sunday. So I only have 3 sales. But, you know, I just try to remind myself that, you know, a couple weeks ago I had a huge week, and some weeks are really great and some aren't so great. And I did have a couple of days where I didn't list very much for the last couple of weeks. So this could be because of that. Okay, the next and last item for today is this St. John tank top shell. And I've talked about St. John a lot before, and this is a good example of why I don't like to pay up very much for St. John, because some items sell for good money and some don't. So this one I had picked up at an estate sale for $1, and I didn't realize, but it had this little like pull kind of hole repair on the back underneath the arm. So really, you're not going to be able to see it very much, but of course I had to include that in the listing. Did I say I paid $1 for it at an estate sale? And I listed it for $22 or $23, I think. And the buyer offered me, or actually this was an offer to likers, I think 10% off with discounted shipping. So I sent out an offer for $19 with discounted shipping, and the buyer accepted. So as I've said before, I will pick up St. John, but I don't like to pay more than $5 for it, because some items, you know, will sell for good money, and other items will just sell for, you know, your typical mall brand price almost. And this probably, you know, this probably retailed for $79 or $89, but St. John just does not hold its value in resale. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $11.52. I like to keep my net profits above $20, but it doesn't always pan out that way. And I just try and look at the positive and say that profit's profit, and I'm happy to move it out and take that money to invest in something new. So that is it for today, and I will see you in a few days to share what else I ship out this week. Thanks. Hi there, I'm back to ship out my sales from the last couple of days, and all in all, it wasn't too bad. I'm not gonna complain. The first item that sold is this vintage 1960s brooch and matching earrings. Now I picked this up because I really liked the sunburst, starburst type look to it, and it was in the original box. It's by Sarah Coventry, which typically Sarah Coventry doesn't have really great resale values. But this just looked like a more special piece to me. I really liked the design of it. So I picked this up for $5 for the set at an estate sale. And I would say that is really the most that I like to pay for brooches or clip earrings. And that's only if they are really special, either a known designer or really unique pieces. So I started out by having this listed at $69. And I recently had my Posher VA relist some of my items, and this was one of them. And when I relist them, I have the price increased by 10%. So the price was bumped up by $7. And I sent out offers to likers. I believe that's what happened, but I sent an offer for $65 with discounted shipping, and the buyer accepted. So like I said, I'd only paid $5 for this at an estate sale, so that made my net profit $47.68. I am thrilled with that for a costume jewelry brooch. I don't usually make that high of profits on this type of item unless it's a certain, you know, designer name brand or something like that. So that is great. I'm super excited about that. The next item is this Kate Spade wallet, and this is made out of lambskin, and it is brand new, unused. I bought this for myself, and then I started carrying small bags instead of large bags, and so that wouldn't fit. I picked it up at Ross, and I can't remember how much exactly I paid for it, but I think maybe I paid like $49. I didn't buy it with the intent to resell. I just didn't end up using it. So I had it listed for $129 actually, because this turns out that this line, the lambskin, it's called the Amelia line from Kate Spade, was a popular design. So I listed it for $129, and I had it listed for quite some time, and this buyer sent me an offer for $95. So I went ahead and accepted that. I thought that was great for, you know, something that was just out of my closet that I didn't end up using. So I'm not necessarily reporting this as a, you know, resale item, but after Posh fees, my earnings were $76. So I think I may have made a little bit of a profit on it, but I'm just happy to get it out of my closet so that I can buy myself something else. This is, Poshmark is a great way to clean out your closet, which I think is what it was originally intended to be, not necessarily for resellers. But I am always happy when I can find a new home for something and get a little bit more for it than I would at a yard sale. So the next item is this gold metal stretch belt, and this is probably from the 1960s. I like picking up all belts, or almost all belts. These metal ones, I don't typically tend to get quite as much money for them, but I just think they're fun to have. So I had this listed for $39, and the buyer offered me $19, which is kind of a low ball considering what I had it listed for, but that's about the range that I've sold this type of belt for in the past. So I went ahead and accepted that. I had paid $2 for this at a thrift store, so that made my net earnings $14.20. Like I've said before, I love selling belts, and let's see, I think I'm going to get a different box for that. So I am happy with, you know, $10, $15 profits. So the next item is this North Face thermal ball puffer jacket. So I mentioned that this is thermo ball. Where's the little tag at? Because this particular line sells better than the regular quilted North Face jackets. So you see that? You want to look for that. I think these have a higher retail than some of the other lines from North Face. So oftentimes I'll pass up puffer coats or certain ones from North Face just because they don't always have a great resale value, but this line does. So I picked this up at a fill the bag sale that one of our local churches has, and I've mentioned it before. It is fill a giant garbage bag, like the black outdoor garbage bag, fill it full for $5. It's crazy. So I've gotten quite a bit of good stuff from that sale, vintage stuff, other random new stuff I can use. So I paid less than $1 for this. and I had it listed for, I think, $69. The buyer offered me $50. I thought that was great, so I went ahead and accepted it. So that made my net profit after Poshmark fees $39. That's wonderful. And if you've been watching my videos, you'll see that I've been selling quite a few coats and like kind of cool weather, cold weather items the last couple of weeks. So if you have been holding on to your winter items, I'd start listing them now. People are starting to get prepared for winter and they're buying them already. So I just leave mine listed all year round, or if I find something in the summer, I just list it anyways, and then I'll relist it when the cold weather hits if it hasn't sold yet. Okay, then the last item is this vintage cropped leather jacket, and it has this T-birds from Greece painted on the back. Now, I picked this up not knowing that that was from Greece because I have a blue and gold macaw, a parrot named T-bird. And so it was kind of, I don't know, just sentimental, I guess, a little bit to find this at the Goodwill. They had it marked $9.99 originally, and I waited until it went 50% off, so I got it for $5. And I had hoped for a little bit more for this because it's really great styling on this jacket. But I think maybe because of the painting on the back, it deterred people. I had it listed for $59, and a buyer offered me $15. We went back and forth, and her best offer was $30, she said. So I decided to go ahead and accept that. I'm not gonna wear it, it doesn't fit me. It would just sit in a closet, so I decided to accept that and move on. So like I said, I had paid $5, so that made my net profit $19, which is just fine with me. I hope the buyer really likes it, or it looks like it's going to Portland, Oregon, and the name on it says something vintage, so they might be resellers, but that's fine. I made some money on it. I hope she can either wear it or make some money on it. I never really mind if people resell items. I just try and learn from it for next time. So that is all for this week. It's kind of, I'm only doing 2 days this week because we are heading out of town again. We camp and fish a lot in the summer, and so I'm actually going to be doing some thrifting on the way there. I'm really excited. My husband, he is so sweet. He just sent me a text, and he had gone online and looked up all the thrift stores in the small towns that we're going to and made a list of the ones that we'll stop at in order of directions. I'm so lucky. He's really great. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully I'll find some goodies to show you. I'm gonna get some thrift with me footage. So I'll have a thrift with me video coming up, and hopefully a thrift haul in correspondence with that. So I've really appreciated all of the kind comments that people have left and all the new subscribers. I'm really humbled. I can't believe that people are so kind and are watching my videos religiously, it seems like. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm getting really close, or getting closer to being monetized, so that's exciting. If you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. If you liked this video, hit that thumbs up button and comment down below anything that you like, what your favorite item was, what you're surprised about from this video. When you comment and like the videos, it really helps boost them in the YouTube algorithm, so it suggests them to more people so that more people see my videos. So that all really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. So that is all for this week, and I will see you next week. Thanks again so much for watching.